bitch looking like Dracula. I lit up like a crystal ball, that's cool, baby, so is you, that's how I act. If I'm shining, everybody gonna shine. I was born like this, don't even get a try. I'm like Chardonnay, get better over time. Heard you say I'm not the baddest bitch, you lie. It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting booze. Gotta blame it on my goose, gotta blame it on my juice, baby. It ain't my fault that I'm out here making moves. I'm the pudding and the proof, gotta blame it on my juice. Ay, ay, hey, ay, 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 ay. No, I'm not a snack at all. Look, baby, I'm the whole damn meal. Hey, David, you and V and Slick, don't dare try to cup a feel. Ain't worth the squeeze if the Jews don't look like this. Hey, hold up, baby, please don't make me try to take your bitch. Everybody gonna shine. I was born like this, don't even get a try. I'm like Chardonnay, get better over time. Heard you say I'm not the baddest bitch, you lie. That I'm out here getting booze, gotta blame it on my goose, gotta blame it on my juice, baby. It ain't my fault that I'm out here making news. I'm the pudding in the proof, gotta blame it on my juice. Hey, hey.
Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads.
Welcome to the Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for LOLGBT Plus presents hashtag STFU. Please welcome to the stage your host, David Shapiro.
Thank you, audience. How you doing? Good? You guys sat like a strange Tetris board that I have to start with. Really oddly spaced out. That's cool. My name's David Shapiro. You guys were here last month. Yeah? No? Okay, my bad. Oh, two beautiful women were here last month that looked like you. So, anyway, I'm going to awkwardly segue away from that now. My last name is Shapiro, and when my family moved here, it was a time of anti-immigration. We had to change the spelling of our last name. Now we do it the white way with an S, but we used to do it the traditional Jewish way with a $sign. Okay. I don't know. I'm not. All right, that was like a slow burn. That's fine. I'll take it. At least no one said boo. Um, I'm not Ben Shapiro. I'm not related to Ben Shapiro. I know everyone thinks of Ben Shapiro. I would much prefer we think of Robert Shapiro. Do you guys know? You know Robert Shapiro, right? No? You're supposed. You look like you're as old as me. What is happening? Oh no. Well, yeah. No. When I. Anyone else know Robert Shapiro? OJ's lawyer, like his main lawyer. I mean, Johnny Cochran was the one that like got him free, but like Robert Shapiro put the team together. And no, of course you don't know him personally. Yeah, no, I would rather we think of him. He did a great job as a lawyer. You know, I mean, OJ got set free, so that's a good job, I think. All right, gonna awkwardly segue away from that. My email is luckyjew22@yahoo.com, and I used to be embarrassed that it was luckyjew22, but now I'm just embarrassed it's at yahoo.com. Yeah, my ex-wife makes fun of me, and she said, "You're the only person under 70 with an at yahoo.com email." And I said, "Well, I'm also the only person under 70 that you pay spousal support to. So I think it's working out for me. I'm gonna, if you have a problem, you can send an email to luckyjew22@yahoo.com. I'll take complaints there. Yeah, I get spousal support because my ex-wife makes $250,000 a year, and I do this for a living. So it's not really it's not really a fair fight, you know, in that arena. When it came time for the judge to hear the arguments for spousal support, she said, "Okay, I want to hear the arguments." And her lawyer said, "Well, he's a man. He shouldn't get spousal support." And my attorney said, "That's sexist. She makes more money." And her attorney said, "Well, he has a college degree. He should not get spousal support." And my attorney said, "That doesn't matter. Like she makes way more money than he does. Like he does stand-up comedy for a living. He should get spousal support." And and her lawyer said, "Well, he's a man with a college degree." And my lawyer started to talk, and the judge said, "Stop!" Like that Britney Spears video. And the judge said, "What's the college degree in?" And all four of us said, "Theater." And then yeah, that was the judge's reaction. She said, "No, you have to pay him. He'll die. Like he can't buy groceries with monologues and soliloquies. Like he'll go hungry." I don't know. She doesn't. She knows that I do stand up, and talk about her, and she asked that I only don't say the name of her law firm, but it's my last name. It's Shapiro. She kept my last name to do law, which is a brilliant choice. I mean, honestly, if you're gonna be a lawyer and you could be Shapiro or any other last name, you'd pick Shapiro, right? Yeah, I know. And my friends are really mad about it, and they're like, "That's not fair. Like, she shouldn't do that." And I said, "Well, it's kind of fair. She's renting it, really. I'm getting spousal support, and she's getting so." If you need a lawyer, I would recommend going. She's a great lawyer, and it just really funnels back down to me. So I would appreciate that. Also, if you don't like me, this set, or this show, please write to her law firm for more funding, because that's really where the funding comes from for this endeavor. So thank you. It's yeah. I when she left in such a hurry, from like our marriage and the house, that she just left everything, like family heirlooms and jewelry and furniture and clothes and law books and I don't know. At the end, there were just two big piles. It was like law books and women's clothes, and I was like, and I had been a stay-at-home husband for 8 years, so I was like, what am I gonna do to make money? And I looked at both piles, and I was like, women's clothes or law books. People hate lawyers. So I started doing drag for a living in the women's clothes. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm really pretty though, prettier than she is. So yeah, just in case, I bought the website, therealmeganshapiro.com, so I could confuse people and possibly get some of her clients to come to drag shows. I don't know if that's funny. I just did it, and it was funny to me when I did it the other night. So I have that domain. It's so I'm straight, but I do drag for a living, and it's kind of dating is really hard because, like, for instance, if I have a pimple on my nose, then like I know how to handle that. Like I do makeup, right? Like it's very easy, just a little bit of concealer and it's gone. But you can't just a little bit of concealer and it's gone, can you? You have to put a full face of foundation over the little bit of concealer. I'm gonna lose you guys. I'm sorry. This is just for the ladies. But so then it's like, where'd my eyes go, right? But it's like that's fine. Just a little bit of eyeliner, smoke it out. Like I'm getting ready for a date, by the way. Like that's what I was worried about, the pimple. I was like, the date's going to see the pimple, and she's going to be like, you have a pimple on your nose, and you're 40. So yeah, my eyes, just line them out, smoke them out, just a little bit of mascara. My eyes are like popping, right? And then it's like, what happened to my lips? And it's like, oh, that's right, I'm half white, half Jewish. I had white lips to begin with, so I have to overdraw them, just line them, lipstick. Now my lips are back, my eyes are there. My face looks great, but a little bit cold, so just a little bit of like bronzer, contour, warm it up, a little bit of highlight in the right spots. And it's like, oh, I look, yeah, I do, I really do. And it's like, okay, I text my date and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm still on my way. And she's like, it's 90 minutes late. Like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm coming. But I can't just go with that face, so I have to put on like a ponytail wig and like a crop top and a mini skirt and a good pair of heels. And then I get there and she's like, you look fabulous. Are you sure this is how you wanted to come on this date? And I'm like, I had a pimple. I'm sorry. I didn't know how else to. I didn't know what else to do. Yeah, I don't. I'm very weird, and I think that's why I can't date, because I have a mental illness. I have OCD, and it's intrusive thoughts, and sometimes you learn something and then that thought sticks in your head. And like I learned recently that 65% of people masturbate randomly when they're on the phone, and 35% of people don't. And I'm in the 35% of people that don't randomly masturbate on the phone. And by percentages, I'm sorry, I'm not. I don't mean to out 65% of you guys, but I'm in the 35% of you guys that doesn't, right? And so like, I can't stop thinking about the 65% of people that randomly masturbate on phone calls. Like, why are they doing that? Like, when are they doing that? Do they mute the phone? Do they just put the receiver away? Like, what are they doing? And so like but me, when I'm on the phone, I like to clean because I'm OCD, right? And I'm a germaphobe. So I just have like a little telemarketer headset and I'm like cleaning. And the other day I was cleaning while I was on the phone, and perhaps you noticed I'm short, right? Like I'm the shortest you can be for a guy before you feel bad for me. If the maximum shortness, if I was any shorter, like 5 foot guy, you'd be like, oh, homie, or oh, little homie, like I'd be really, you'd feel bad for me. But so when I'm cleaning my apartment, like I feel the sexism from the 1970s apartment, because like the countertops are a little bit too high for me and a little bit out of reach, like in the corner. And I'm saying the apartment's sexist, not me. Like, I'm a feminist. And so I'm cleaning the countertops while I got my little headset and I'm on the phone. And like, I can't quite reach that corner. Like, it's just a little bit past my grasp. And I'm like trying to reach and clean the corner. And I'm like, oh shit, it sounds like I'm masturbating. So I say really quick, like, oh, I'm not masturbating. And she said, what? And I said, oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I just learned 65% of people randomly masturbate when they're on the phone. 35% of people don't masturbate when they're on the phone. And I wanted you to know that I'm in the 35%, not the 65%. I'm not touching my penis while I'm talking to you. I'm cleaning. I was cleaning a corner. I guess the good thing was that Smud Lady did not charge me a late fee for April. So she just let it go after that. She was like, you know what? Have a good day. And we moved on. I used to be an actor, right? I know, but when I was 10 years ago, when I was still acting and still married, my agents kept sending me out for 35-year-old dad parts. I don't look like a 35-year-old dad now at 40, right? I didn't look like a 35-year-old dad then. If you put me next to a 12-year-old, it didn't look like I was trying to play catch with my son. It looked like I was trying to sell the neighbor boy weed. So I think I'm sticking with drag. I don't know about comedy. You guys are, it's okay. I'll try harder. No, I don't know. I think I'm also really bougie. And when I, like, if I was going to take a date to Starbucks, it just would fall apart. I know it, because the date would like order a vanilla latte, and the barista would be like, what do you want? And I'd be like, I want a hot chocolate. And the barista would be like, you're a grown man. And I'd be like, I know, but I just caffeine and like even decaf has a little bit of caffeine, and I'm already like energetic and jittery enough. I'm good, you know, I don't need it. And the barista would be like, okay, hot chocolate for the adult man and a vanilla latte for his date. And I'd be like, oh, if I could get that with almond milk, and my date's like, why not regular milk? And I'm like, well, actually, I'm lactose intolerant, and so it makes me, you know, like a lot of people are, and it would make me just like gassy on the date, and I don't want to do that. And the barista's like, why not soy milk? And I'm like, we're over reliant on soy as a society, if you didn't know. And like, it really isn't that good for people in mass amounts of quantity, and like it can make you break out and make you get like your skin bad. And I don't have time to like go home and put, if I get a pimple on my nose, I can't put a full face of foundation and do eyes and lips and stuff. Like, we're not there, we're already on the date. And she's like, all right, so vanilla latte for the date and a hot chocolate with almond milk for this neurotic gentleman. And I'm like, yes, with peppermint, if I could get a peppermint hot chocolate. That's fine. Somebody giggled. It's always better. Peppermint hot chocolate is always better than non-peppermint hot chocolate. I don't know why regular hot chocolate's an option. And she's like, so peppermint hot chocolate with almond milk for this extra man, and this vanilla latte for the date, who really shouldn't even have to be here at this point. And I'm like, yes, one last thing before you make it, if you could make it at the kid temperature of 78 degrees instead of the adult temperature of 200,000 degrees, I'd like to enjoy it with my date right away. And the barista would say, what date? Because she left already. That's what I think would happen. It's fine, don't all, because the barista would have my back, and she'd be like, I bet you want whipped cream on that. And I'd be like, yes, how'd you know? That would make my day. Guys, that was my set. Thank you so much. Who came for comedy tonight? Okay, cool. Who came for drag tonight? Okay, cool. Awesome. Obviously, I'm not in drag. I'm sorry. But there are drag performers that are, and I'm gonna, oh, here, do you mind holding that really quick? Thank you. I'm gonna run out of places to put things. I'm gonna clear the stage for a drag performer. Okay, so if you've never been to a drag show and you see people handing the drag performers, I can take it now. Thank you so much for your help. Not Robert Shapiro's friend. I appreciate it. If you see the people tipping the drag performers dollar bills, that's culture. That's what you do at a drag show. You tip the drag. You don't have to, but you can. So if that's what you see happening and you want to join in, go for it. You can also do that with the comedians. They aren't gonna protest. Anyway, I need you guys to get really excited and put your hands together and make a lot of noise. We're going to bring a drag performer to the stage. Please make some noise. Thank you. Get excited. Give it up for Ryder Knightley.
Couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so fucking special. But creep, I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I want to have control. I want a perfect body and a matching soul. I want you to notice when I'm here. You're so freaking special. I wish I was special. Creep. I'm a weirdo. What the heck am I doing here? I don't belong here. Whistle so. Whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. You're so motherfucking special. Waitress, can I get the special?
Do it now, lick it good. Suck this pussy just like you should.
All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. All you ladies, pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck,
his neck,
my back,
his back,
lick my pussy and my crack.
his crack.
First you gotta put your neck into it. Don't stop, just do it, do it. Then you roll your tongue from the crack back to the front, and then you suck it off till a shake comes. Make sure to keep busting nuts
Face.
all over your face and stuff. So head show me so much love. My neck,
His neck,
my back,
his back,
lick my pussy and my crack.
his crack.
My neck,
My neck,
my back,
my back.
lick my pussy and my crack. Lick my pussy, Bobby. You let me violate you. You let me desecrate you. You let me complicate you. Help me, I broke apart my insides. Help me, I've got no soul to sell. Help me, the only thing that works for me. Help me get away from myself. I wanna fuck you. I wanna feel you from the inside. I wanna fuck you like an animal. My whole existence is flawed. You get me closer to God. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here.
Keep it going for Ryder Knightley. Okay, cool. So who has never seen drag before? Okay, everyone has. All right, cool. Who's never seen comedy before? Everyone has. Okay, don't count me. The next comic is really great, and I'm really excited to have her here tonight. So you guys, and I got change for somebody. So if you guys want change, or everyone has Venmo nowadays. But we'll keep the show going, yeah? Okay. All right, cool. Next comic will you guys will like and enjoy. So please make some noise. Give it up for Becky Lynn.
You better like me. No pressure. How we doing? Make some noise. All right, that's enough. Hello. Good to see you. Look at us. We're out of the house. That's nice. I'm happy to be out of the house because I have a day job that I work from home. Does anybody else work from home? Make some noise. No? Oh, you work from home? Yeah. Do you like working from home? I love that for you. I liked working from home until my boyfriend started working from home. And things have changed. They've changed dramatically. Do you guys remember that guy in your office that makes way too much small talk and cooks fish in the microwave in the break room? You remember that guy? He's my coworker now. And he lives in my house. So it feels good to just be somewhere with like better ventilation. We've been working from home since the pandemic began. I miss the pandemic. I do. Controversial. I understand. I miss social distancing. No offense. I miss having an excuse to not go to shit I don't want to go to. Is this relatable to anybody? I don't like to do things ever. I hate doing things. I'm barely doing this. But things are back, right? We have to do them. It's annoying, inconvenient, a burden. I recently was forced to attend a 5-year-old's birthday party, for which I'm ill-equipped. I don't know how to act at a 5-year-old's birthday party. What it looked like? I was chain smoking cigarettes, drinking a cocktail out of a unicorn party cup in a park, you know? Honestly, not that different from any other Saturday. But eventually it became time for us to sing happy birthday, as we're traditionally known to do. You are familiar with the ritual, right? Well, that was when we collectively realized the mother of the birthday girl forgot to bring candles. Yeah, I also don't know how you fucked that up. So me, being the problem solver that I am, offered to put a lit cigarette in the middle of the cake so this little girl's wish could come true. I'm out here trying to be a hero. And that is when a parent turned to me and went, oh. It's her 5th birthday party. You need 5 lit cigarettes to go on the cake. 5 of them. I said, bitch, absolutely not. That little girl's not going to appreciate those like I do, you know. And then I blacked out. I'm fun. That wasn't my first time around kids. I've encountered them before. They're about, you know. I live in Sacramento now, but I used to live further north. I lived up in Chico. Is anybody here familiar with Chico? Yeah, somebody in the back is blacked out too. Hell yeah. I volunteered in a kindergarten classroom while I lived there. Oh, please hold your applause, everybody. Wow. Don't want to get overwhelmed by your appreciation of me volunteering my time to the youth. No, it's okay. I don't need to be celebrated for it. I was just trying to make sure those white kids saw a black person one time. It was, if you've been there, it was self-preservation. One week, though, we were in the classroom. We were discussing the days of the week, the months of the year, birthdays, holidays. This little girl, she comes up to me and she said, hey, Ms. Becky, when's your birthday? And I said, oh, it's October 18th. Thank you so much for asking. She said, oh, and how old are you? And I replied, well, Abigail, that is really fucking rude. You're not supposed to ask people that. Who raised you, little shit? But I did answer, right? I'm not a monster. I said, oh, well, I'm 30. She went, it's okay. Do you want to talk about it? This little girl, she said, my mom, she hates birthdays. She drinks out of this big juice box every year. I think it's called Franzia. Would you like some Franzia, Miss Becky? We could talk about your feelings. So then I just started to meet her by the big oak tree every Tuesday, and we would get drunk at school. You know, she was a lightweight, and I would tell her about my feelings. She would tell me about the letters she thinks don't belong in the alphabet, which is more than you would think. She believes W is redundant. Okay, readers. Working with kids, though, it put a lot into perspective for me. Made me think about when I was kindergarten age, like what was going on back then. Thought about dreams I had as a little girl, nightmares. You guys remember having bad dreams as children? Some of you, yeah. What's something you had a bad dream about as a kid? Your teeth falling out? Well, that's like a real thing that happens when you're a kid, right? They literally do that and then grow back in. Will they all fall out at once or just one by one? Yeah, no tooth fairy in sight, just you gumming it in kindergarten? Okay. That does sound terrifying. I'm glad I never had that one. You nodded over here. Did you have any bad dreams as a kid? Unoriginal. Okay. That's okay. Falling? Falling? Okay, falling from where? What happened first? A skyscraper. Oh, you were a roamer and explorer as a kid. You were like, how did I get up here? How do I get down? There's only one way. You jumped. I get it. What a sad child. I'm sorry, I projected and then dissociated. That's wild. Is anybody else a millennial? No, I'll share my nightmare. I had a recurring nightmare as a child. I was being chased by the boogeyman through the forest, and then I rode my bike off a cliff. Okay, well, that response is a little judgmental. I'm fine. But for a very long time, I thought that was as scary as life was ever going to get, right? I was like, there's no way life could be more terrifying than this. Absolutely not. And yeah, I did think that for far too long because I thought that until last week when I woke up in a cold sweat because I had dreamt I got into a fender bender and my insurance rates were going to double. These are my nightmares now. Yeah. Oh no, I have terrible credit. I'm never going to be able to finance a car for less than 17.99% APR. I'm not even sure what that means. Last night I had one. I'm 53 years old. I'm trapped in a loveless marriage. My teenage daughter is a cyber bully, and I'm drinking Franzia out of my water bottle at the gym. And I don't think the boogeyman's coming to rescue me from this. So we all get a little stuck. I'm adopted. Are there any other rescues in the crowd tonight? Nope, just me. Your parents wanted you. Fucking congratulations. I was adopted by a white family. Obviously, my name is Becky. Didn't choose that. It's a very interesting experience being a black child adopted by a white family. Get a lot of unsolicited thoughts and opinions about it, especially from my parents' biological children, because they were bitter. Say crazy things to me when I was a little girl. My brother, he would come up, he would say, you, a black child being raised by a white family, you're sort of like a cat being raised by dogs. Yeah, I also think that's a weird thing to say to a kid. But the older I get, the more I have to make it make sense, right? I'm focused on it. I can't leave it alone. And I think I've figured it out. I'm like a cat being raised by dogs. Sure, I love cats. Do we have cat people in the crowd tonight? Make some noise, cat people, right? We like them. Self-sufficient. Have the ability to mind their own business. Very clean. And some dogs are racist. So he said it. It's very isolating though, being adopted. Like I didn't have people that looked like me growing up, so I did recently decide to make my own people. You guys, I'm a new mom. I just had a baby. Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. I left her in the car. She'll be fine. I'm almost done, No, not cracked. It's dangerous. Someone could take her. I'll never forget the day I had my daughter. I will never forget it because I had a very particular birth plan and nothing went according to my birth plan. Admittedly, though, my birth plan was to deliver in my backyard, in a pool, underneath a full moon. Yeah, that's the response I got from Kaiser Permanente, too. They were not on board. They said, ma'am, your backyard is out of network. So I did go to the hospital and I got all checked in. They put me in my room. That was when they let me know it was too early to get the epidural I had just decided that I wanted. I was incredibly upset until the nurse circled back and he said, well, I can give you something else to manage the pain. Would you like that? And I said, well, that is a dumb fucking question. Right away, please. Would you guys like to know what they gave me for the pain? Fentanyl. And you guys, I get it now. Wow. That stuff is fun. Like, it feels so good. I didn't know I could feel that good. Okay. Like, I thought I only wanted one kid. I am reconsidering. I got 2 rounds, just charged it to the room. I love being a mom. It's been such a beautiful experience. My daughter is so cool. She's so fun, but it's not been easy. I've had one really bad night so far that I'll tell you about really quick because I have time and you don't have a choice. This night, my daughter, she was inconsolable for 3.5 hours. Okay, nothing was working. Her diaper was dry. She wasn't hungry. She wasn't gassy. Her father was asleep. That was a problem. So when I couldn't take it anymore, I got up, I went into the bedroom, I said, look, I broke it, we fucked up, please help me. And he didn't receive this with enough urgency. So as he's slowly making his way out of bed to collect this child from me, I can't keep it together anymore. I completely break down, swollen eyes, snot bubbles. I know I look so stunning on stage right now, but use your imagination. It was very tragic. And it's in this moment, right, that I'm heaving with sobs, shaking uncontrollably. It's me that's inconsolable now. It is then and only then that this baby, my baby, she stops crying. And all I could think in that moment was, oh, you bitch. This is what you wanted? To break me in my own home? And you guys, she will never respect me now. So I told you that story to ask you this. Does anyone want this baby? Anybody here? She's close by. I know, there's always a few people that don't like that joke. Yeah, I know that because you often feel the need to tell me after the show. Which I encourage you not to do. Because I'm very sensitive and not as friendly as I seem. But for anybody that didn't like it, I do want to remind you, I've gotten up on this stage. I've been very vulnerable. I've shared a lot of things with you tonight, right? Including the fact that I, myself, was put up for adoption. So giving up a child is family tradition. It's fine. You guys, I'm Becky Lynn. Thank you so much. Let's welcome your host back to the stage.
Let's keep it going for Becky. Okay, we're going to keep the show moving. Really quick, actually give Stab a round of applause. Stab and Jesse, run Stab, letting us do this show. I love this place and I love this show. Going to keep the show moving with a drag performer. And I like all the comics and drag performers I get to perform with and love them all. But this next one is genuinely one of my favorite people, so please be generous with your adoration, applause, excitement, and if you have tips. Make some noise. Give it up for Sia Envy.
Perform for y'all tonight. Y'all ready to hear some live music? I'm out here in the Sacramento area turning the fuck up. Can
I see a baddie and I know she wanna test me. She wanna roll like she riding in a Bentley. Come slide to my crib, come bless me. Back it up like you backing up a Chevy.
Nigga slide pussy like a jet ski. Bitch, my water so fresh, she said at me. Baby boy really wanna the nigga on and he gon' wanna tag. The nigga say he really wanna ride. Watch you bend it over, put it in his face. Pussy so you wanna do it. You wanna play the games, but you didn't in it. Way else bored, feeling for the pussy. Now it's yours, nigga dive in the pussy deep blue sea. The nigga on the side, tryna f me. We got free. You wanna turn it up, you wanna get the tea. You tryna make moves like Lee. Let that nigga know where the it be wet water, so I can't forget. This is so good. Make him obey and never do. That nigga come right, what you wanna. That song was called Taste. This song is called Bust It Down.
Make that ass clap, bitch. Ay, gon' bust it down. Ay, gon' bust it down. Ay, throw 100 rounds. Ay, gon' bust it down. Gon' bust it down. Gon' bust it down. Back that ass up, bitch. Gon' bust it down. Make that ass clap, bitch. Go 100 rounds. Back that ass up, bitch. Gon' bust it down. Hands on your knees, dip it low, make it hit the ground. Back that ass up, bitch. Gon' bust it down. Make that rounds. Back that ass. Gon' bust it down, hands on your knees, dip it low, make it hit the ground.
Look vicious like the child. Bust that shit down, make him take a ride. Hands on your knees and bitch, take his pride. He begging for the pussy, he get left behind. He might throw a couple bands, he might be that guy. Talk his bullshit, put that shit to the side. Throw that ass, he gon' want that pie. You know you bad as fuck, and they can't lie. When you bougie, they gon' wanna try to take you to the head so he can get inside. But some niggas full of lies, living double lies, and I'll drive a nigga crazy like side. Independent bitches breaking niggas right. Big Mac, nigga pay. Independent bitches breaking niggas rise. I told you I'm a Big Mac, nigga pay for the fries.
Back that ass up, bitch, gon' bust it down. Make that bitch gon' bust it down. Hands on your knees, dip it low. Hit the ground. Back that ass up, bitch. Make that ass clap, bitch. Go ahead. Back that ass up, bitch. Gon' bust it down. Hands on your knees, dip it low, make it hit the ground.
Bitch, I'm E4. Bitch, I'm coming up. Got him feeling like some knocks. I ain't worried about no haters, watch this how I work them. Bitch, I'm E40. Bitch, I'm coming up fast like I'm in the dust. Got him feeling like some knocks. I ain't worried about no haters, watch this how I work them. Told niggas I was lit. Never thought. I was on some bullshit, maybe I had shit. Bitch, now should have been. Now they can't flex on me cause my money. Now I'm laughing in your face cause you know. Since a kid, I told him bitch, some nights. So go hard and go home, bitch. I'm coming up fast. Got a feeling like some knocks. Y'all see it? Thank you so much.
Guys, keep it going for Sia Envy. Not just a drag performer, but a recording artist, and you can stream her songs anywhere you stream music. One more time for Sia Envy. Was that? Except on Spotify. Fuck Spotify. Yeah? Well, fuck Spotify. Can we boo Spotify really quick? Boo, yeah, fuck Spotify. Can we? I don't know who else. I listen to YouTube Music. I don't know what you guys. What do you guys listen to if you don't listen to Spotify? Because I'm a weirdo for listening to YouTube Music. SoundCloud? I don't know. Anyway, one more time for Sia Envy. Gonna keep the show moving. Gonna bring up another comedian. So please, they drove all the way up from Los Angeles to be here. Please make. I know, right? So give them a round of applause. Julian Fernandez.
Wish I drove up here. I took the train. It was much worse. Terrible idea. Don't take the train. Don't take buses. It's terrible, guys. Hated it. Every second of it. Hi, I'm Julian. I chose this haircut. What's going on? This was a decision I made, guys, consciously and sober. I went to my barber, looked her right in the eyes. I said, give me the indigenous lesbian. And this is what she did to me. But I've been feeling it. I've been really liking it. I've been digging it recently. Just recently at work, someone had told me I looked like a Pokemon gym leader. And as a queer non-binary person, I never felt more seen. Okay, that's what we want. Fuck pronouns. See us as anime characters. That's what we really want. Yeah, I am non-binary. Use they them pronouns. Republicans. Look out. Stupid. I use they them pronouns. It's kind of tough. If you don't know, non-binary just means I don't identify as a specific gender. I see as a spectrum, and I'm in the middle, gender neutral. But it's very difficult to be seen and accepted as gender neutral when you sound like you ate James Earl Jones. Okay? For real, I can walk into any fast food place and just be like, I'm looking for my son, Nakeem. And just blow the minds of a McDowell's employee there that night. Okay, 3 of you seen Coming to America? Awesome. That joke works for 3 people. Cool. I'll still say it. There's black audiences somewhere. No, I love my voice, so I do love my voice. It's got me work in the past. I just recently got to achieve a big dream of mine. I got to do a voiceover for a movie trailer, which was really cool. Not as cool as if I did it 10 years ago. Because nowadays, trailers kind of suck. I don't know if you guys have realized this. Like nowadays, they'll give you like the best scenes, some of the funniest lines. Sometimes in a movie trailer, they'll give you the ending scene of the movie, like the last thing you see before credits roll. It's wild. Hate it. Because I grew up on like the old school, the In a World. I grew up on those trailers, and they were great because they gave you all the information you needed. Who, what, when, where, why. You know? Who? One man. What? In a race against time. When? This summer. Where? In a world. Why? Arnold Schwarzenegger. Take my money, dog. It's awesome. I miss that guy. And I do mean that guy, because if you didn't know, back in the day, just basically used to be one dude doing all the trailers. You can look him up. He was a real person. Crazy thing about this gentleman was that was his real voice. Like me, I'm doing a voice. But he woke up every day just like Eon. Just starts the day off epically, you know? What's for breakfast? Milk, butter, and eggs. We're having pancakes. It's great. His name was Don LaFontaine. Kick-ass name. It's like a Count of Monte Cristo level name right there, you know? It's a name you say while wearing a cape and with a flourish. Who am I? Don LaFontaine. Oh, the Count is here. How you doing, dude? It's great. He did pass away not too long ago, which is a real loss in the industry, or as I saw it, a job opened up. Take your opportunities if you can get them, guys. You know? I didn't get to work with him, didn't get to meet him. I did, however, get to meet and work with his daughter, who's really cool. She also does voiceover, also does movie trailers, which is tight. I got to tell her, I was like, hey, listen, I know you probably get this all the time. I just want you to know your dad was a real inspiration to me. I admired his work, and he's a once-in-a-generation talent. We will never see his like again. She was really cool. She looked at me. She was like, thank you. And I was like, oh, shit. Girl, you take up to your dad for sure. Yeah, I almost one of the earliest jobs I had. I think we all have that job that like we kind of miss, but we know we should not have stayed at that job. You know what I mean? Like mine, I used to work at a strip club. I did not dance. Yeah, none of you were thinking that. Awesome, cool, thank you. Don't even think that's funny. All right, cool. No, I worked security for a gentleman's club for a little over a year. Side note, we got to stop calling them gentlemen's clubs. I worked there for well over a year. I did not see a single gentleman. Okay. A lot of cholos and sweatpants, not a single. I would have killed if like a top hat and monocle came in, just like, by Jove, I say, hello there. Tell me, my lad, do you see their ankles? You do, by Jove, sounds splendid. Here, take my cane and my dueling pistol. I shan't be needing it. I don't know what rich people have, yeah. Ladies, who wants a halfpenny? I don't know. No, I would a lot of Hectors and Jose's, not a lot of Sir Reginald Worthingtons the Thirds. You know, would have loved it. I didn't belong there. I knew it because we all had nicknames. One dude, his nickname was Captain America. He's a good-looking white dude, military haircut, buff guy, Captain America. We had another dude. His nickname was Sasquatch. 6'5", heavy set, gangly looking, elusive, Sasquatch. My nickname was Dimples. You don't get it? Oh, I'm fucking adorable, lady. Pay attention, all right? Open your eyes! No. No, but everybody fucked with Dimples. I'll be honest. Everybody, like you walked in, you saw this. Your first thought is, cool, we can rob this place. This is going to be easy. Stick them up! They didn't even have guns. They just pointed their fingers at me, and I was like, ah. All right. No, I actually was getting trained to be a DJ there, which would have been a lot better. Would have been a lot more fun. The only downside was I had to read off the girls' names phonetically, and like a lot of times we had like we had a lot of dancers who had like those classic stripper names like Mercedes or Diamond, Sapphire or Fiat or whatever. She didn't make a lot of money. She was committed. But nowadays it's a weird trend. Nowadays there's a lot of girls who have just regular names as their dancer names, but they spell them horrifically wrong. And I had to read off the names phonetically, so I'm on the DJ booth. I'm there. I'm just like, all right, guys, get those dollars out. First song of a 2-song set. Get that front row seat. This is Jizzman. She's like halfway up the steps. She's like, it's Jasmine. I'm like, bitch, there's 3 Y's and a Z here. You need to get hooked on phonics and get not hooked on meth. She's all right. She's doing fine. She's doing better. I got that job just after working at Disneyland, which I think is a natural progression of your career. You know, you go from the happiest place to the stickiest place. Natural. That was a thinker for some people. All right. But I worked at Disneyland for a long time. That was like my first job I ever had. I was working at that theme park, and a lot of people, when I tell people that, they're always like, "Oh my gosh, that's awesome! You worked at the happiest place on earth. Must have been a dream come true." No, it's not, because you see behind the scenes when you work at Disneyland. You see behind the curtain. You see how the magical sausage is made, if you will. You know, when you're working at employee at Disneyland, you walk backstage, and you're eventually going to see Mickey Mouse trotting along, just like, "Oh boy, gosh, hey there, everybody, have a swell day." And you're like, "Oh my gosh, it's Mickey! Hey, it's the boss! Hey!" And then next thing you know, Mickey is just removing his head. And it's no longer Mickey Mouse. Now it's Chad, a meth dealer from Huntington Beach. That's not fun. You know, you're just like, Susie, he's shaking. Get away. I'll figure out what you guys like eventually. I promise. You know, a lot of comics would be intimidated by this, like the empty front row. Not me. Not me, guys. I thrive on this. I like it when my audiences are as physically distant as my dad is emotionally. You know what I mean? just let me work for it, you know? Like me! What was that? Oh, my God. The fucking... never mind. I'm not going to... Let's see. I'll find something you guys fucking like. I'll figure you people out. It is weird working at Disneyland just because you learn how not to be a parent when you're working at Disneyland. You know, you see a lot of people do things that you're like, I don't think that's right. Like, I don't think it's right that I've seen more kids on leashes than dogs at this point. You know what I mean? Too many children have been on leashes at Disneyland. I get it. Children are curious by nature. They want to go around. They want to explore. But it's really weird to see like a little girl in a Tinkerbell outfit. She's having the time of her life. She's in this magical, beautiful place. You know, all she wants to do is go run and explore. And the mom's just like, Mary Jean, get back over here. Hey! And the little girl just goes flying across the street. It's a weird thing to see. And all you want to do is laugh in her face, but you can't as an employee. You have to walk up there and be like, hey, someone thought a happy thought. Good for you. She did. She went flying. She's fine. I'm also really tired right now. Like I said, I was on a train for 9 hours. 9 hours on a train, guys. Now I would have rather walked here. That's it's tiresome. It's very tiresome. I like doing stand-up. I like being able to travel. I just don't like traveling. You know what I mean? Like, I wish, like, if we can work on teleportation before cure for cancer, I'd be happy. None of you are. All right, that's cool. But I can't stand just the traveling part of traveling. I'm very terrified of flying, which is very, very complicated because I have to fly everywhere. And I'm a comic, so I don't make any money. So usually I have to pick an airline like Spirit. Yeah, if you don't know, Spirit is like the bus stops of airports, okay? It's not good, and they know it, which is weird. Like, their slogan is Spirit Airlines. What else are you going to do? I don't know how they put in a shrug in their slogan, but they figured it out. But you get on their plane, and I'm using the word plane very loosely because it's more like two shipping crates just melded together. Everything's duct taped. All the chairs are folding chairs. You have to bring your own. When you take off, the pilot's like, just stay in the sky. You know, it's not great. One of the things I try to do to alleviate like me freaking out on a flight is I take edibles. What? You do weed? Yeah, I do. With this hair, you betcha. But I'll take an edible before a flight, and I'll time it pretty well. You always take an edible like an hour before you board your plane. That's the best time. So that when you sit down, you immediately just knock out and you're off. And if the plane goes down, I'm on Southwest in my dreams, so I'm doing all right. Someone wakes me up. No, I'm back on Spirit. But one time I did not time it right, and the edible started kicking in as we were taking off. I don't know if you guys have ever felt cabin pressure throughout your entire body. It's not great. It's not a great feeling. And I've freaked out before. I've had a little too much weed in my time every now and then. And I have like little tricks of the trade to calm myself down. On an airplane, you can't really do a lot of those things. You're just sitting there just okay, relax, just relax. Okay, we just need some water. They give you a little Dixie cup, and you're like, God damn it, okay. All right, I need some air. Here we go. Not enough air. God damn, we got to open a window. Shit, we can't do that. We got to go outside. Can't do that. We got to, what can we do? And it's at this point I realize I'm saying all this out loud. Because the stewardess comes up to me and she's like, hey, is everything okay? And I'm like, I'm going to die. And she's like, just drift. And I'm like, whoa! Maybe I went too fast on that joke. I don't know. She usually lands better. I feel like I should end on something good. Oh, I know. This is a thought I had as I was driving up here. So, like I said, I'm non-binary. I use they, them pronouns. I think I should be allowed to use the carpool lane. What do you guys think? Right? Your Honor, they, them right here. Let me use that HOV lane, dog. My name is Julian, guys. Thank you so much. Keep it going for your host. Have a good night.
Let's keep it going for Julian. Okay. So at this point in the show, you've seen everybody do their normal thing, and now we all switch. That's the STFU. It's not shut the fuck up. That'd be a weird show with people being silent. So now the comics are going to try lip syncs, and the drag performers are going to try comedy. You guys in for that? All right, good. That's because that's what's going to happen. So if you're like, no, I'd be like, uh-oh. All right, cool. So I'm going to bring up the first drag performer doing stand-up comedy, and it's not their first time, but it's second, right? Third. Oh, that's right. Third time. So be, generous with your adoration and support. Yeah, thank you. What's your name? I appreciate you, Michelle. Thank you. Guys, make some noise. Give it up for Ryder Knightley.
Thank you. Everyone give it up for David, please. If it weren't for David, I wouldn't be here, and I might be a lot less nervous. I'd be at home high as fuck. Anyways, like it was announced, this is my third time. Third time's a charm. I am going to still be terrible at this. I can already feel it. I do have my notes. My name is Ryder, and I am an alcoholic. Wrong meeting. Sorry. My name's Ryder, and my pronouns are he, they, which means I go by he, him, or they, them. I do not go by she, her, unless it's ladies' night at the club, and then it's just cheaper. So I have an amazing rack, and I love to be objectified. All right, so this is my third time doing this. It's going to be like your first time, though. Shorter than expected, probably not very satisfying, but unlike your first boyfriend, I do hope you laugh. Thank you. Thank you. Please laugh. So for starters, and for legal purposes, everything I say may or may not be complete bullshit. I may or may not be totally making up everything, and I may or may not be completely intoxicated. I'm definitely not influenced by weed. Yes, I am. All right. I'm also quite terrible at this because I tend to find a lot of things funny that when I post them online, I get a lot of care reacts and I'm sorry you went through that, and very angry messages from my mother telling me that's not how any of that happened. Why do you keep saying that? I happen to find it very funny, though. All right, and that probably leads me to all of my various amounts of mental illnesses, and oh, I got a little bit louder. And my terrible, terrible ADHD. So I do apologize if I jump all over the place tonight. That is why I cannot keep focus, and I stopped writing notes about halfway through because I forgot to switch the laundry. I still don't think the laundry has been switched, but I did clean my car out, so that was a great accomplishment. All right, my notes are not scrolling. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I apologize for my lack of voice tonight. It has gotten a little bit better since I wrote my notes, but typically I just mash my mouth around on stage to other people's voices, and I do not use a microphone. I do not like my voice. I do not like being in front of people when I have to talk. But my voice is a little bit on edge tonight. Typically, I do blame my testosterone for that. I have been on testosterone for a little while now, and it's been making my body go through several changes, which include a lot of voice changes, cracks, squeaks, etc., and sometimes a loss of voice completely. However, today's is because of a vigorous amount of deep throating I did this morning. I will have to also blame that on the testosterone, though. I've got to say, going through puberty the first time sucked. Going through it a second time, terrible. Has anyone here seen the show Big Mouth? No? Okay, so I see a nod. So there's a show called Big Mouth, and it is an adult cartoon about children going through puberty. And it's a little bit exaggerated for the children in the show. However, as a grown adult going through puberty, absolutely. Everything on that show is very relatable. Other things, quite relatable. I now understand why one time a guy fucked a pie in a movie and why the screen counterpart put a flute somewhere they should not have. I wake up every day hoping and praying that I'm going to get laid. I usually do, but I'm still hoping and praying that it's going to be more. And I am going to blame the testosterone for that. I am going through puberty for the second time, and it is absolute torture, mostly because I also have a teenage son at home going through puberty for the first time. So there are days that I really wish that I would have dropped him off at the fire station. That would have been great because now I just want to punch him through a wall. I cannot get angry at him every morning when he tells me to fuck off because I tell him right back, please leave. In all honesty, though, I do love my kid and I do love being a parent. My ADHD, however, does not. I cannot keep up with any of the housework. And I try to teach my son how to keep a schedule, and now we're both late for everything. All right. Oh, no, my notes. Okay. So, going through puberty in my 30s has been awful. I also happen to decide to torture myself and work with teenagers on top of it. So occasionally I am a PE teacher for a bunch of junior high and high school students, and they love to make inappropriate jokes at each other and make kissy faces and everything. And the amount of times I have had to tell them, I am sorry, but making out with your friends is not an appropriate workout, has been astonishing. I never thought I would have to say that. Also, I never thought I would have to disagree so much in my head, but not be able to say it out loud. That sucks. All right. Let's see. Nope, I already went there. I apologize. I'm very nervous and I'm trying to deflect by laughing at myself. And I think that's what a lot of comedy is a lot of self-deprecation. And I am great at that when I am alone in my room and not on a stage with people staring at me. So I do work with children, and I realize every day how old I actually am now that I work with children. I had no idea that children born the year that Shrek came out can now happily and legally drink alcohol. That's terrifying. But the upside of being an adult is now I can make healthy choices and go to therapy and be responsible. I don't do any of those things, but I can now that I'm adult. I can also eat dessert for breakfast, which I do often if I remember to eat breakfast at all. Even though I am old enough to know better, doesn't mean that I want to do better, but I do want to have fun in the process because this life is never guaranteed to any of us. So I am up here to laugh at myself, whether or not any of you laugh at me. And with that, like I said, I ran out of my notes about halfway through due to my laundry that never got done. But I do want to end on one of my absolute favorite jokes. Do you want to hear my favorite joke? Okay. So, mind you, I learned this joke when I was about 7, okay? So, there are 2 muffins in an oven. One muffin turns to the other muffin and goes, whew, it's getting hot in here. The other muffin turns to the first muffin and goes, ah, a talking muffin! All right, I've been Ryder Knightley. You all have been amazing. Thank you, and good night.
Keep it going for Ryder. You don't mind me walking past you, do you? Okay, I didn't ask, and I was like, oh, I should get consent. Like, you should get consent in all things. Whoa, damn, okay. I don't know. Yeah, okay, cool. You guys want to keep going with the show, or? All right, sweet. I was going to muse to you for a second. I'm trying to figure, I'm standing in the back of the room, and I'm like, I make a lot of money off of a woman and her body. It's my body. I'm the woman when I'm in drag. And I don't know if that makes me a feminist or a chauvinist, that I'm making all this money off this woman being scantily clad, and I'm trying to figure that out. Okay, cool. I thought that was funnier. It's not. Anyway, gonna bring up a comedian lip syncing. You ready? Excellent. Cool. Make some noise. They took the train up from Los Angeles. Make some noise. Give it up for Julian Fernandez.
Here she is, boys. Here she is, world. Here's Rose. Curtain off. Light the lights. Play it, boys. You either got it or you ain't. And boys, I got it. You like it? Yeah. Well, I got it. Some people got it and make it pay. Some people can't even give it away. This people's got it and this people's spreading it around. You either have it or you've had it. Hello, everybody. My name is Rose. What's yours? How do you like them egg rolls, Mr. Goldstone? Hold your hats and hallelujah, Mama's gonna show it to you. Ready or not, here comes Mama. Mama's talking loud, Mama's doing fine, Mama's getting hot, Mama's going strong, Mama's moving on, Mama's all alone, Mama doesn't care, Mama's letting loose, Mama's got the stuff, Mama's letting go. Mama's got the stuff, Mama's gotta move, Mama's gotta go. Mama's gotta let go. Why did I do it? What did it get me? Scrapbooks full of me in the background. Give them love, what does it get you? What does it get you? One quick look as each of them leaves you. All your life, and what does it get you? Thanks a lot, out with the garbage. They take bows and you're batting zero. I had a dream. I dreamed it for you, June. It wasn't for me, Herbie. And if it wasn't for me, then where would you be, Miss Gypsy Rosalie? Well, someone tell me, when is it my turn? Don't I get a dream for myself? Starting now, it's gonna be my turn. Gangway world, get off of my runway. Starting now, I bet 1,000. This time, boys, I'm taking the bows and everything's coming up wrong. Everything's coming up roses. Everything's coming up roses. This time for me. For me. For me. For me. For me. For me.
Keep it going for Julian. Now you guys know where that viral clip, why did I do it? What did it get me? You guys didn't know where that was from, did you? It's from a whole song. Okay, all right, cool. We'll keep it one more time for Julian. Gonna keep the show moving with another drag performer doing stand-up comedy. Again, only their third time, so please make some noise. Give it up for Sia Envy.
Bitch, you could have took this stool. You know I'm fat. It ain't enough room for all of us up here. How we doing tonight, y'all? Here, bitch. Here you go. Thank you. I just want y'all to give it up for that last entertainer because they more entertaining than most of the people in our community, baby. I got a show for you tomorrow. I will pay you to show the fuck up because at least you gave excitement. Too much? So I heard we was at Stab, y'all. Are we at Stab? So tell me why I was expecting a nigga in a Scream mask when I showed up. Nobody got it? No. Scream, Stab, no? Okay. Well, y'all, I am Sia Envy, and it's been a minute since I've been here. But one thing I can tell y'all for sure, a bitch ain't lost no weight. The stage was still caving in when I got up here. I thought I was going to hit a split, and then I walked over here, and it started creaking, and I said, bitch, no, that's just not going to happen. So did anybody have fun this past weekend? Anybody do anything special? No? I got into it with my family. I ain't even going to lie to y'all. I don't know. I had a party for my mom. Mind you, her birthday was May 11th, and we've been celebrating for the last week. Mom, I hope you're not watching, but this bitch been bossing me around for the last week. Every morning I've been up at 8 o'clock, taking her to the grocery store, running her around, and then her bald-headed ass family came the fuck down here. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about, the elders that you ain't seen since you was like 5. These monkey mouth bitches came out here talking the most shit. Oh, so where y'all get the cake from? Don't worry about it, bitch. You didn't pay for nothing. Like, they always got questions. And then my mom is obsessed with showing them how she lived because my mom grew up in Berkeley, you guys. I'm originally from the Bay Area, but I was raised a Sacramento or whatever. But my mom came from Berkeley, and so I guess the standards of living back in the day was a lot better. Bitch, it's inflation. Bitch, I can't afford the rent. I'm almost selling pussy on the corner of our HOA. Getting in the pool, trying to make water shots and shit to get some fucking money to pay the rent. My rent went from $2,500 to $2,900, and these hoes came up here complaining. Y'all ain't got no cold water. Bitch, you don't need a water bottle. The ice box makes water, bitch. Be grateful, because when I grew up, bitch, all we had was the faucet. I was drinking out the water hose. I'm pretty sure I got worms in my belly still. Period. All right, y'all. So it seemed like y'all having a good time tonight. Are y'all having a good time? So I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. I told Suzette to quit bringing my fat ass up here. These lights, baby, when I tell you I lost 10 pounds just up here trying to rap. When I tell you, and I mean, it's not a body rap. It was like a rap. Y'all heard I was doing my music or whatever, but a bitch felt wrapped up. I'm just saying, y'all. So I want to get into something a little wicked. Anybody in here married? Yeah, you married? You married? Don't get married. Are you married? Run. The door is... Can you open that door right quick? I'm going to give you the open opportunity. I'm just playing. So I am married, and my husband, earlier he busted me out about something that was a little sensitive, okay? Spotify did take my album down. I'm not stealing streams, okay? They accuse my black ass of stealing streams. And as much as I would like to be a proud owner of stealing streams, they picked the lowest song on the album to say I stole streams on. It only had 5,000 streams. I have songs with 100,000 streams. Can you at least accuse me of the good record? Like, y'all accuse me of some bullshit that I was in there going, Namyo Renge Kyo. Bitch, what the fuck? Why would I steal streams for 5,000 fucking streams when I could get my shit over 1 million? Pay for play? I would pay them to play with this pussy if they take my shit to the top. So I got into it with Spotify. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a big mouth bitch. I'm pretty sure y'all could tell that already. I said, Spotify? Spotify said, huh? I said, now, bitch, you know damn well I didn't steal no motherfucking streams. I had 1 million streams before I came to DistroKid. And if y'all don't know what DistroKid is, they're a distribution place. So I left the record label that did not fight for my music and went to DistroKid thinking, oh, bitch, it's good. I flexed on my record label. Bitch, y'all ain't never did me good like this. Throw it back. Yeah, I'm that bitch. And then the motherfuckers then fraudulently flagged my whole album. They didn't take down one song. They took down the whole album. Now I'm on the corner selling pussy like it's tuna in the can, trying to get my album the fuck back up. I had 200,000 streams. I don't even know 200,000 motherfuckers. What am I gonna do? Okay, so I came up with a plan. I said, fuck Spotify. We're going to run over to Apple Music. I don't even like apples. The only apple I can tolerate is Apple Adams, and she's a drag queen. And she books me most of the time, so that's probably why I tolerate her. Don't tell her that, Suzette. I know y'all best friends, okay? Y'all, real quick, I just want y'all to give it up for Miss Suzette Vanetti, a.k.a. David. They made this possible for us. They made it possible for me to get my fat ass up here and embarrass myself, y'all. This bitch know damn well I don't know shit about sticking to the script. When I tell you I'm so ratchet, not the tool, I'm ratchet as fuck. I'm a hoe, not the garden tool either. The real hoe. I'm just playing. I just say whatever to get y'all laughing or whatever, but baby, when I tell you I tried to do my makeup in 5 minutes in the car on the way back from the Bay Area, did not work out. I know y'all see that this eyebrow, it has the golden arches, and this one is visiting Burger King. And if you look at the lipstick, it's on its way to Wendy's. Why this bitch down here, I don't want to say they name live because I don't want to get canceled, but it start with MC, and I'm not talking about Mariah Carey. You got me, period. All right, so is anybody ready for Pride in here? Okay, that's the only time you motherfuckers cheers when I say some gay shit. Are you ready for Pride? It's too hot. Don't show up. I'm just playing. Look, we're going to have to erase this off the film. They're going to say she's a negative fat bitch. We sick of her big ass mouth. She always got some shit to say. You're damn right. Y'all pay me to be myself. So what do you think I'm going to do? Talk the most shit. Period. All right, y'all. So most of us in here, I can see we either brown pride. Anybody come from the ghetto in here? None of y'all ain't never threw water balloons or played in a sprinkler. Baby, I cut my water hose on still because, bitch, I'm not paying to get in that pool. That gym key is $25. That's too much more than my rent. I'm sorry. I said, bitch, y'all better get that water hose and act like y'all know what to do. I could do the sprinkler, put some water in my mouth and go. All you bitches is wet. All right, y'all, so I got some good news. So earlier, I got hit up by some people, and they asked me to do the national anthem at the River Cats game. And that's really good because I'm an artist and I need my clout and shit, but what if it's a bad day? Like, what if a bitch voice is gone? I get up there and I'm like, A-E. And then I'm like, okay, how y'all know we sing the same national anthem? Because my national anthem is WAP. Does anybody here know WAP? You got some wet ass pussy. Get a bucket in the mop for that wet ass pussy. I'm gonna go up there and say, beat it up, nigga. Catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Oh shit, wrong verse. Hold up. Oh, say, can you see by these titties? And that this ass, cause so proud of this motherfucker up all 34 years of my life. What they say about a gallon of milk? Something about a gallon that was streaming on Spotify. Gallantly streaming on Spotify. In the land of the free and the home of the bitches. Because y'all know what I look like underneath this wig. I'm just telling y'all. If this wig came off, you would say, don't bring this big bitch back. Y'all probably thinking it, but you ain't going to say it until you see what's under this wig. So, I was supposed to go for 5 minutes. What my time looking like, bitch? Am I over? Period.
Keep it going for Sia Envy. Okay, I'm going to lip sync a song and then the show's over. But one more time, give it up for Stab, give it for Jesse. If you guys want to sing along, please do with me. I would like that. And there's like a drum part. You can be the drums if you want. I think there's a piano. You can be the piano if you want. Okay, cool. All right, here we go.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going raising softy trucks. He took the midnight train going anywhere. A singer in a smoky room, the smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Street lights, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Working hard to get my fill. Everybody wants a thrill, paying anything to roll the dice just one more time. Some will win, some will lose, some are born to sing the blues. Oh, the movie never ends, it goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard, their shadows searching in the night. Street lights, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street light people. Don't stop believing. Hold on. Street light people. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street light people.
Thank you guys. The mic made it believable, huh? Yeah, cool. One more time for Jesse and Stab, and then we're gonna end the show the way we end drag shows with a curtain call, bring the performers back. Unfortunately, both comics had to leave already, so please make some noise and start clapping. We're gonna bring everyone back up. Give it up for Ryder Knightley.
Yo, mic check, mic check. Yeah, here you go.
Keep it going for Sia Envy.
Yeah, I heard he got that hot new thing.
You can find these performers locally doing drag at drag shows. Yeah. You can see Sia Envy at siaenvy.com. And you can see Ryder Knightley on Instagram at Ryder Knightley 916. Yeah, cool. So please follow these performers, follow the comedians. Thank you so much for being here. Stab has another show after this if you want to stay and watch that show. I'll be back here next month every fourth Saturday to do this show. And if you want, I have flyers for prom. And I'll be in drag that time. I'll be pretty for you. So anyway, have a good night. Thanks so much for coming.
All right, everybody, that is STFU. But as David said, we're not done. We've got another show coming up in, well, as long as it takes me to reset the stage. It's improv. It's PowerPoint. It's PowerPoint improv. It's PowerPlay. So if you want to stick around, you can check that out. Otherwise, we're live in person Thursdays through Sundays, and we stream everything we do 6 nights a week. Check out stabcomedytheater.com for our full calendar of events. PowerPlay will begin soonish.
Show me how you do it, and I'll promise you, I promise that I'll run away with you. I'll run away with you. Spinning on that dizzy edge, I kissed his face and kissed his head, and dreamed of all the different ways I had to make him glow. Why are you so far away, he said, and won't you ever know that I'm in love with you, that I'm in love with you. You, soft and only you, lost and lonely you, strange as angels dancing in the deepest ocean, twisting in the water. You're just like a dream. You're just like a dream. Me into shape. I must have been asleep for days and moving lips to breathe his name. I opened up my eyes and I found myself alone, alone, alone above a raging sea that stole the only one I loved, and it drowned him deep inside of me. Soft and only you, lost and lonely you, strange as angels dancing in the deepest ocean, twisting in the water. You're just like a dream. You're just like a dream. Dream. You're just like a dream. Show me how you do that trick, the one that makes me scream, he said, the one that makes me laugh, he said, and threw his arms around my neck. Show me how you do it, and I'll promise you, I promise that I'll run away with you. I'll run away with you. You, soft and only, you, lost and lonely, you, just like heaven.
Welcome everybody. Welcome to our May corporate retreat. Skip and Nicole, you let me know they weren't scheduling this retreat. So I apologize for the late notice. But welcome to the Toledo Global Retreat. They're the only place that I can find that has 28 rooms available at conference. All of our shareholders. Welcome to Global Systems Incorporated. You've all been invited to the shareholders of this company. And once again, we're in trouble. We've invited some experts to join us to offer their guidance on how we can save global systems. We started by abbreviating it, so we spend less ink on proof. So it then by making it ink now. Incorporated sound in terms of printing costs. I don't think I turned these on. Whoever was sorry, online audience. I'm doing everything. Sorry. We found that by cutting the orperated from our printing cost, that saves us surprisingly $7.4 million a year. Wow. We're still too far in the paper age, considering. Oh, I'm sorry. Chip Doss Prompt. I'm the Chief Technical Officer for Global Systems Incorporated. So we have an issue that we've invited 3 specialists to offer their insights. They'll be delivering their presentations. So we all know what Global Systems Incorporated does, but I sometimes need to be reminded, because I spend a lot of time in a very cool server room, and it freezes my brain. They're a lot colder than they need to be. Let me tell you that. Server technology nowadays, they don't need to be refrigerated rooms. But so what is it that you know? The Global Systems Incorporated. What sort of company are we? What do we make? What do we do? Hell yeah. That's my favorite part. I'm the Chief Technical Officer of a tech organization. That makes me like double boss. I pull myself on the boat. So I drive the boat and I'm somehow on the skis too. I'm double boss. So we're a tech company that has an issue. So the problem that we're running into is, give me the first word that comes to your mind that starts with the letter R. That starts with the letter S.
Cyber attacks. Oh.
I'm sorry?
Snake.
Steak?
Snake?
Snakes. Okay.
Yep.
So, part of the problems with having a very cold server room in our tech company is that that's just a field day for snakes. They're cold-blooded animals. So I think that's how that works. They go to cold climates, or maybe they go to warmer climes because they're already cold. I'm not sure how snakes work. I didn't have time to Google it. I'm too busy changing the Freon in our server rooms. So, sorry. So we're a tech company, Global Systems Incorporated, that is dealing with a very difficult snake issue. Before we get to our first, oh, is there someone else? Is there a shareholder? No. You're waving them. You waved someone. I thought, don't get my hopes up like that. Don't. Sorry. I've been hurt before. So, before we get started, bring up our first specialist. I want to let everybody know that you have all been enrolled in our Phoenix Command tabletop role-playing campaign beginning at 7 a.m. It's part of the team-building exercise. I chose Phoenix Command because it is one of the most technically difficult systems for tabletop role-playing. So your character sheets are going to need to be done like tonight because we start at 7 a.m. sharp, and it's going to be cold as a mother in there. So I want to bring up our first speaker. They'll be delivering some of their solutions about how our tech company can solve our snake problem. Just so long as we're on the same page for the next, let's call it 45 minutes. So please, let's help welcome to the stage our first expert, Mr. Corey Behringer. Welcome. Welcome. Enjoy.
Hello, shareholders. It is a pleasure to be here in front of you today. On a personal note, I do need this, so do with that what you will. I feel like we have some opportunities here in front of us. You know, an opportunity for growth, an opportunity for change, positive change, the sort of change that one might perceive as baptismal. I feel like we need to take a page out of the Irish book, the book that is so green, and get rid of these serpentine monstrosities. Let's call it what it is. These they've infiltrated what was a beautiful haven of this tech company. Tech gets a bad rep, I think, especially in our neck of that industry. I know that we have had our controversy in the past. This company that you've been establishing, and I feel like it's time for some clean splish splashing. Let's see. A lot of things at a first glance are going to be intimidating. You know, some of these ideas, they're going to come right at you. They're going to come so fast, and you're going to feel petrified. You're going to feel like this couldn't possibly be the company that you have built from the ground up. Let me tell you right now, those expectations will crumble like stone once you've heard these ideas. We need more communication. I think that's clear. Communication from the source. It can be exhausting in our industry. I won't make any bold claims to the contrary. I know that we can run ourselves ragged, and we need that connection with where we came from. And where did this company come from? I'm asking, where did this company come from? I was assuming the Valley, and I'm probably right about that, considering it's tech. Woo! But I'll be honest, guys, I am so fucking tired. I'm tired of seeing what the snakes are doing to this company. People are afraid to go to work. That's not okay. It's not okay to have snakes at work. And I'm tired of people telling me that that's the wrong stance to have, that snakes are suddenly fine. It's a little too woke for this guy. Snakes are woke now. I'm a wad of passion. I hope that that's abundantly clear. Passionately against these snakes. Now to the ideas. You've been wondering what the ideas are. And I will lead with this. They are tube-centric. We need more tubes. Tubes that begin in that server room. that they've been drawn to for some strange reason because of the cold. We're gonna lead those tunnels into warmer climate because these snakes should be taught a better way. And then we'll rejoice. We will rejoice with a newfound appreciation, I think, of a snake-free industry. And, at this point, I'll take some questions about the tubes.
But what are the tubes going to be made out of?
Snakes.
Oh.
We're going to use repurposed snakes to form the tubes because I know of no other stronger substance than snake skin. And if you know of one, I refuse to believe it. Any other questions?
Yes. This snake problem we're experiencing now came right on the heels of a rat problem we had.
Sure.
Who's to say, what would your solution be if, perhaps the subtraction of snakes then led to multiplication or addition of rats?
Sure. Well, it will lend itself to something that could be considered a vicious cycle. I consider it a friendly cycle. We start with the rats. The rats are a problem, right? We found the snakes, or I should say the snakes found us. Snakes found us, and then the snakes found the rats. And then we thought things are fine. They weren't fine. We need to get rid of the snakes. Then we get bigger rats. Well, I think you know what the next step is after that, bigger snakes. And then, hopefully, at a certain point, the cycle will feed into itself enough times that we will find large enough tubes to expel the largest snakes possible. It can be tense between those two factions, the snakes and the rats. But I'd like to think that the tubes can bring the two together in a therapeutic sense, that when forced into that position together, it can contradict itself a bit, much like a chair and a wall formed into one. But I think that's the sort of topsy-turvy world that we find ourselves in. And in the immortal words of one Swedish chef, Herndy-gurndy, flurndy-burndy. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Corey. Thank you for introducing an endless line of problems as the solution. I'm glad it stayed within the two species, because you wouldn't want to go from rats to snakes to like mongoose or whatever eats snakes. Apparently cold. Cold is I was just told basically immediately after I got off stage that cold is apparently the enemy of snakes. So I think we actually have a bigger problem than we thought. Because if these snakes have defeated cold, then what hope do we have? What hope do any of us have in a cold world? You know, you think you put yourself out there, you go to school and you learn how to fix computers and write code that'll lead to making connections with humans. It doesn't. If anything, it distances you from your fellow man even more because you become more machine than human. And so you continue to put up barriers like cold server room. I'm sorry, hi. Everything's fine. I enjoy my life and the choices that I've made in it. So, a lot of people question me. What does a chief technical officer even do? And I that's hurtful, for one. but two chief technical officer does a lot of things. Like, for example, so let's say I've got a box in front of me. It's about this big, and I open the box, and what's inside that box? What's inside I'm asking.
The internet.
The internet. You're making it too easy for me. Of course, the chief technical officer deals with a lot of internet problems. It's kind of my bread and butter. It's like if I was also on my own shoulders while skiing while pulling myself in the boat. I'm a triple boss. I'm losing you, I can see this. So I'm going to bring up our next presenter, our next expert. I know that it seems like we've already opened and shut this case simultaneously with increasingly larger rats and snakes. Seems like problem solved. But we already paid the other two experts, so we're going to bring them up to present their potential solutions as well. So please welcome our second presenter, Mr. Steve Bobs. Steve, please. Please and thank you, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you. Tech mastermind, entrepreneur, roller skate enthusiast. Just some of my many skills that I will bring to the table in finding a solution for us here and this snake issue. I want to begin with just a question. How big does a smell have to be before we say something? How much do we have to let a stink particle get in our nose before we stand up and say, no, thank you, not for me? For me, it's very, very quick. I have a very sensitive nose. I'm a super taster. You know, cilantro is soap and potpourri is poison to me. So I'm pretty quick to make a ruckus of when something smells bad. It sounds like this snake problem is getting pretty stinky here. So I have a two-part solution. A two-part solution that I think you all like. Many of you, I'm sure, were children once. I think I was. It's hard to say when you've achieved so much in so little time as I have. But there was a game I once played as a child, if I recall correctly, where when snakes got in the way, we're all over the place, shooting from here to there. All you had to do was get a ladder and rise up above it. As the shoots of snakes traveled below you, you got up on your ladder. So I'm suggesting we take ladders and we apply them to this problem. Like a surprise, like a romantic gesture. I'm offering these ladders to you as a chance for you to step up, literally and figuratively, above the wriggling snakes. And if that's not enough for you, let's take those snakes and think about them again. Like the things that we really love, the things that are close to our hearts, things that as American as hot dogs, as warm as apple pie. Snakes are just cords, living cords. Open up a snake's mouth, you've got two prongs. Adapted just the right way, you can plug those bad boys into things. So not only am I offering you ladders, I'm offering you a reimagining of snakes. What if they powered your tech? What if they were the solution to the problems you might have with charging up your computer system? We live in a world where stuff can come at us very quickly. The other day I was going through my messages on my phone. I'm sure you do the same. It's how it's designed. It's designed to make you touch it every day. It's a reminder that you're alive. Just like infestations of wild animals are a reminder that you are on the planet Earth. So just think about that. Think about that. I want to address the elephant in the room. In turning snakes into cords, yes, the snakes are still going to be here. But they'll be part of your team. They'll be part of your interlocking, loving family here. And you'll be glad that they've stuck around. They could be a little secret. Nothing kind of brings a company together like a secret. Laundered money, a couple of dead secretaries, some stolen ideas from other countries. Think of these snakes as your I know what you did last summer bond. Don't shy away from that. Climb up on your ladders, look each other in the eye and say, I know what you did. You know they're there. Don't tell anyone else. Don't tell the other folks, your companies you form alliances with and work with. Keep them secret. Because it adds to the dynamic and attractive nature of your company. Think of it like this. A little acronym. Ew, David. Even worms do as a varied defense. Even worms do as a varied defense. It's a little squished, but you get what I'm saying. These snakes are just dangerous worms, if you think about it. They don't live, well, they live underground. I suppose here they live in your computer room. But anytime you feel like sharing with others that you have snakes here, remember, ew, David, even worms. I'm going to open it up to questions. I'm sure you have them. My brain works at a very breakneck speed, and I'm sure I left some of you in the dust. So let me catch you up.
What are you going to do about the snake shit?
Wonderful. I have been told that snake's shit is merely one-fourth the size of the snakes. So I think we're going to let it be. We're going to compare it to a sunset, and it's every fucking day with you. Just let it lie. Let it be part of the secret. Let it be a layer of the secret of the snakes as you stand on those ladders. Thank you for your question. Anything else? Yes. Yeah.
You have the plans for both venomous and non-venomous?
Wonderful. Thank you. I've got two images for you here. This one here breaks down sort of the way I think about the world around me, color-coded. The more poisonous snakes tend to be on the black and red scale, which can be pretty dangerous. It can take some work to get rid of. The classic rhyme, when red touches yellow, you're a dead fellow. If red touches black, you're okay, Jack. Definitely will apply. So we'll be checking for coral and king snakes to make sure that we're avoiding those. The lighter colored snakes tend to be relatively harmless, humorous, some might say, so you can just kind of toss them to the side. So just take a deep breath, relax, lean back. We've got them covered. Just relax. You're in good hands if you go ahead and adopt my solution of shoots of secret snakes and ladders to rise above them. I thank you for your time, and I'm sure you thank me for mine.
Thank you, Steve. Sorry, as I was coming back up to the stage, I was informed the idea of cords, snakes being used as cords. I think we already have a big enough problem without introducing eels to this. Because I think what you're thinking of is an eel. It's an electric. We don't need bioelectric animals and I'm sorry, Steve. I know
It's
you're,
fine.
You're probably thinking of a solution to a problem we haven't even thought of yet. Because I know you're a futurist. So.
Leaps and bounds ahead of the curve.
I get that, and I appreciate the hell out of that, because you're already saving us in the future from ourselves, from our problems that we've already.
You're
caused.
welcome. You're
Thank
welcome.
You, Steve.
Brave.
Thank you. But yeah, I'm gonna put a pin in adding electricity to the problem.
It's your choice.
That's fine.
It's your prerogative.
I understand that. So when I trapped all of the snakes in the server room, I thought I was doing a good job. I thought they would like the cold. I didn't realize it radicalized them. I thought we could train them. Maybe they could be like little, because interns are expensive, and burying interns is even more expensive. So I figured we could have the snakes, they could do coffee runs. We could teach them. We'd give them little harnesses. And we make them snotty to baristas. I don't know. But I'm starting to understand that I've caused a lot of problems around here, but fortunately my status as a C-suite executive shields me. So I think I'm going to pass off the blame to a dozen, underlings that can really take the heat for this, because I'm bulletproof at this point. You guys want to try and I don't know, do anything with your computer that you don't end up having to call me for? Go ahead. Go ahead, fire me. Who's going to tell you to turn off and turn back on then? Which I need to remind you, I'm also not IT. So please stop calling me to try and connect your printer. That's not my job. I know tech is in my title, but still, that's not. I get so many of those calls every day. Okay, so we've had 2 wonderful presentations with 2 equally valid, if not exceedingly more dangerous as they go solutions. So I thought the only expert that could possibly meet these demands of increasingly more dangerous solutions was a good friend of mine. We went to tech school when we were younger, not much younger, right? We're still viable, but we go a long way back. So I think we've got the same sort of wavelength. So please welcome to the stage. Oh, just a reminder. Oh wait, what happened to your name? I lost your. Oh, I think I copied the slide. Even tech experts sometimes fail. And I forget. Don't look. Welcome, Laser Dial Tone. Your next expert. I apologize. Welcome, Laser. Welcome.
Thanks for having me. Look, I've been listening all night, and I think we have a big problem. We know birds aren't real, and I think the government needs to get into our internets and find out where our companies are going. And I think snakes are just little hard drives to get into there. But I have the solution. Just remember EWW. Electronic withstanding whips. That's what they are. They can withstand electronics, and they look like a whip. Don't trust them. Don't trust them. Have you ever seen a snake in real life? I'm sure you haven't. Nope. They're freaky. And if they were in other places other than the servers, we would notice, right? I think we would. But, look, I'm all about acronyms here, all right? Some people try to use swords on them. Some people might want to use bows. But we need axe, all right? And not like real axes, because those would destroy the servers, all right? We need articulated crane claws, but the claws with a K, like the Marvel villain that uses a sonic hand, because the sonics will disrupt the electronics within the snakes. But we need to find the wavelength where it doesn't destroy our servers as well, though. So that's something to keep in mind. The technology is there, but we might not have it just now. Might be a year or two down the road. All right? Look, people might say, hey, does this stay within OSHA? They're servers, man. It's tech. We don't fall under OSHA, do we? We're not constructing regular things. We're constructing tech. You're right? Right? Tech's not physical.
No, it's in the cloud.
Yep, in the cloud. But not real clouds. Those are physical too. So, if you ever want to get into it, I recommend this one. But we don't need to do it. So things that you don't need to follow, you can play that. And you're like, oh, I don't have to do that to get rid of these snakes. That's right. Look, sometimes you just need a break. You need to let out. Some people take baths with Epsom salts. Other people go to Thai massages. I love listening to Luther. He's sweet on my brain, and it just lets me shut off. And that's just something I'm giving to you. When you're thinking about snakes and tech and the government, you're learning your secrets. You just need a break sometimes. All right? I have one last thing for all y'all, though. It's a real shit world. And tech is real shit. I went to 13 years of it. This guy, he did it like a whiz in 8. But, you know, some of us aren't geniuses like him. So, I'm saying, you just got to embrace the shit and say, Heidi ho, what do you got for me this time? And just hit it head on. So, when we go in there, there's going to be snakes. We don't know if they're all just USBs trying to take our information. Some of them might be, you know, like raptor birds and attack all. And, you know, the spy birds like pigeons with the cameras, they might protect them. So that's what the venomous ones might be like. We don't know. We haven't dug that deep into this information. So, I'll take some questions if anyone has any. Yeah.
Can you elaborate a little on the electric qualities of these snakes? Like, can they hack?
Well, of course they can. They're predators. Predators can always get where you don't want them. You know? Like marriage. She was a predator. I had money at one time. Now I'm paying alimony. And I live in a Winnebago that I converted from a bus. It's all I need. It's really just the thing that's good. But we can send out surveys as well. Just leave them lying around. And if we don't put the little boxes that say, hey, identify this spotlight, or how many cars are in this picture, they can get into that survey and we can tell whatever your question was. I'm sorry I talked about my Winnebago. And it makes me think of home. So, any other questions there? Yeah.
Your acronyms are so wonderful, and it's really helping me grasp your plan. Once everything is copacetic, I mean, once everything is kind of solved, is there a sort of a victory acronym you have? How?
Yeah. What the fuck? Put it in soup. Right? Animal crackers, ASAP. All text. But, you know what those stand for? Not what the fuck. Because what the fuck would you put in soup? Wafers, tomatoes, falafels, and a nice cream sauce. Yeah?
Delicious.
Yeah, it would be. But you get it into a studio, like maybe say a Winnebago that was converted from a bus, right? You don't always have a good source. Sometimes you need to make a fire and just have a can over that fire because you don't actually have a microwave because you don't have regular ports. So it's all substance adding peas. You know?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
WTF ASAP.
Exactly. Yeah. This guy knows. This guy knows. All right. I think I have one more question that I can answer. Yeah, the one that's been quiet in the back. Yeah, what's up? Well, I'm pretty sure they're all government. So I think they're already teamed up. And we're going to fight the shit out of them till our dying breath. Yep. Who knows if we'll win, right? But we're going to fight. And we're going to hopefully win. So, the first thing we need to do, which is why these snakes like the cold, we got to turn off that AC. We might lose some servers. But goddamn, they might overfry. And we'll know if they're real snakes or not. So, that's all I got for you. And I'm sure you're all invited to my Winnebago. Actually, I have a microwave actually up in the hotel room. So we can cook some chunky, hearty soup tonight. We're gonna have some potato cream and some real crackers, saltines tonight afterward, and we'll build our characters. Thank you all.
Okay. Thank you, Laser.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to, I don't know how I'm just noticing this, Laser, but I think we should maybe get together after this retreat and see if the schools that we went to maybe had extra asbestos, because it seems like I hadn't paid that much attention to you before, probably because I got out of school 5 years before you did.
Yeah.
But it seems like too many of the students that went through that school have some sort of respiratory problem. I'm picking that up right now.
It very well could be.
I don't know if that's...
It was built in the 1930s.
And that back then, everything was asbestos.
Yeah.
It was a miracle of science back then. It kept things from catching fire, and it also coated your lungs to keep them from catching fire. So, we've had some excellent solutions put forth today. One solution that hadn't come to mind before was all of the extra work that would take to turn a bus into a Winnebago. I guess when you have a lot of time, you you really set your mind to something. And I take pride in having graduated so much earlier than you. So thank you all of our experts. If we can get our experts back up here on the stage. It's at this point that we have to figure out where our grant money is going. We've got one very, very important shareholder that is going to decide where we're directing our funds to take care of this problem. So, we'll go through and reintroduce our solutions here. We had Corey, who your solution involved getting bigger rats and bigger snakes ad infinitum until, in theory, the world was swallowed up by a rat of unimaginable proportions.
And the largest tube that we could find to get rid of that final rat.
Of course.
I think is the most important part of my...
The world snake in mythology. It goes around.
Yeah, you can't cut corners with mythology.
It's snakes on snakes.
It's Ouroboros elimination.
Okay.
That's what this is.
So it sounds like we need like a wormhole. Oh, that's like a snake in space. Oh, jeez.
And if that ain't tech, I don't know what it is.
Oh, but it's also a vacuum of absolute zero in space. So who's the idiot that doesn't understand snakes liking the cold? Wormholes are out there. So theory proven. I apologize. So that's Corey's solution. Steve, your solution was part of your solution involved
three-parter.
There was cords. Using snakes as cords.
Correct.
That's the one that stuck with me the most. What were the other two prongs?
Chutes and ladders.
Chutes and ladders, absolutely. Which, when you think about it, a chute is just kind of an open face tube.
Right.
It's a tube that you can.
Great ideas aren't formed in a vacuum. They're in a...
Except for wormholes. Those are formed
Those
in
are,
a
yes.
vacuum of space.
Yes, they are.
At absolute zero. Like snakes like. I don't know. And was there a third prong?
The chutes and the ladders are two.
Chutes and the ladders. Oh,
and secrets, keeping them a secret.
And secrets. And I think keeping snakes secret is probably the Laser, before you have some sort of fit, your solution. Let me take down the screen for the people at home so we can see everybody. I'm sorry, you're hidden by the screen. I didn't think about that. There, the screen is gone. Now we can see you. I apologize. Laser, your solution was retrofitting large vehicles into homes, I believe, and a disbelief in the government.
Yeah.
Did I sum that up pretty well?
Yeah, pretty much.
Was there anything else?
The snakes aren't real.
They're not.
But we don't want the government in your servers, so we got fight.
Yeah.
They're not real, but they're still a real problem, is what I think.
This guy
the
knows.
crux of this.
It's like life.
Uh-huh.
You can ignore your problems, but they don't go away. They don't go away. I'm sorry. So which solution are we going to go? Are we going to put our hard-earned, hard embezzled money behind? I don't know how to do. By round of applause for one shareholder, I'm not sure. Is that what we're going to do? All right. For bigger and bigger animals. Okay. For
what about
secrets?
the old Caesar? Can we get the Caesar?
Oh, there you go.
Bigger and bigger animals. Like one up and one down.
Okay,
Halfway,
we're
sideways.
kind of in a. All right, yeah.
I keep forgetting your
ladders,
shoots and ladders.
secrets.
Yes, secrets. Okay.
All right.
See, this,
That got two thumbs at first, and then it
was
came
a
back
third.
to one thumb.
I saw three. I saw
counted
three thumbs.
There was two and then a
one,
third.
two, and then a third.
Or just bleary-eyed madness. No, not so much. You gotta watch that one. She believes the government. So
it's a real problem with people.
So I think we had two thumbs, like a thumb and a half, and then three thumbs for shoots and ladders. Oh, well, okay, hold
Whoa.
on then. So,
All right.
There's a thought.
I actually did have a thought. You were talking about some of them might be USBs.
Yeah.
So I think we can just, and you were talking about then heating up the server room. So I think we find the snakes that are all USBs.
Reformat them.
Reformat them.
I like a reformat.
You gotta get your free 500 minutes off of them first, so that you don't lose that when you reformat them. It's an AOL joke. So we take everything, we back up the servers with the USB snakes, and then we just jury rig your faulty wiring from your Winnebago microwave and just nuke the server room.
I'm on board as long as we call them eye snakes.
Oh, I mean, yeah, clearly.
Wonderful.
Branding is the most important thing.
Key.
If anything. Like ink instead of incorporated. That's branding. It's money saving. All right, so a combined effort. I didn't bring the check.
You can Venmo it.
Normally we have an oversized check, but I think Nicole's cashing that in the Barbados. Is that where she went? I don't know. She has so many homes.
She's been posting a lot on her Instagram.
I know, which means they knew they weren't going to be here. I just feel left out. I didn't have to be in a DoubleTree in Toledo, is all I'm saying. All right, guys, get your character sheets. I'll see you at 7 in the morning. Thank you for coming out. Thank you, Global Systems Incorporated, Inc. shareholders. We'll see you next month for another problem.
Thank you, shareholder.
We just don't know how to
Thank
do
you,
our
shareholder.
shit. Thank you. Oh, now I gotta get the music going again. And goodbyes and everything. I should have more people doing this. There we go. All right, and that, surprisingly enough, was our program and our night of programming. That was PowerPlay. Thank you for tuning in. We're done here at Stab, at least for the evening. We do stuff here 4 nights a week, Thursdays through Sundays. We're live in person with improv, stand-up, podcasts, all sorts of stuff. And then we stream everything we do 6 nights a week. Check out stabcomedytheater.com for our full calendar of events. See you again soon, one would hope. Have a good night. Hey, online audience, are you still here? Let's see, is there somewhere we can send you? You know what? Send you to Alpha. Why not? Oh, no, you guys are gone. You know what? Just get some sleep. I'm going to try it. Have a good night.